It's the most wonderful, no it's not, it's definitely still October, and I'm filming an advent calendar video, and let's face it, this is late. This is late for beauty advent calendar videos, but I refuse to do this video before October because it's pretty ridiculous. But I'm back. I am back with an advent calendar rundown, the top 5 best beauty advent calendars this year. Now, as you guys might know if you followed my Christmas content over the past few years, I used to make these a lot bigger and do top 10, but I feel like the beauty advent calendar space is just so oversaturated now. There is so much going on, everyone has an advent calendar, and it all just gets a little bit tedious. So I just cut right to it and talk about the top 5. Without further ado, I'm going to start with one that I don't actually have because it's already sold out. This is how ridiculous the world of advent calendars is now, let's face it. So number 5 this year is the Fortnum & Mason advent calendar. This is £195 and it has a value, an outrageous value. Let me just double check this, for £810. And the reason why I've picked this and still included it because it's one of the most kind of bang for your buck calendars, and I also love that they have slightly different brands to a lot of the other calendars. So a lot of the other department store beauty advent calendars tend to have kind of the same brands repeated, which is not an issue, and there's at least 24 things in each calendar pretty much, so you kind of understand why. There's not that many beauty brands out there that everyone has completely different brands. But Fortnum & Mason's is really nice. They had an Elizabeth Scarlett makeup bag in there, which was just stunning. What else did they have? They had Fresh, cleanser, they had Aurelia, Guerlain, Sisley, and it was all like skin and body related. There was nothing that was like makeup, so if you were into skin and beauty. But I feel like it's sold out already, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But that was definitely my number 5. It came out, I think the delivery date for them was like the 18th of September. Doesn't it blow your mind? But yeah, Fortnum & Mason's, if you are quick enough next year, I'm sure they'll probably do a really good one. But I think last year there were only 1,000, so it's probably a similar case this year. So not many. So let's talk about what you can actually buy, which is number 4. Coming in at number 4 is this one, which is Selfridges Beauty Advent Calendar 2020. It's very beautiful, actually, I have to say. They've kind of copied Liberty in the sense that they've put the building on the front, which I actually really like, but it looks like this. And something that I've seen over the past couple of years as well is a step towards using less kind of coated plastic and like gold kind of detail and stuff like that. So the actual calendars and boxes themselves are more recyclable, more easily recyclable, which is great. So the Selfridges one this year is really good in terms of the products inside and the selection. The value is not as good, so it's £210 and you get over £500 worth of product. So obviously you are getting like a lot for your money, but in comparison to some of the other ones that I'm going to talk about in a minute, it's not as wow, but they do have a really good balance of makeup and skincare. So if you're looking for a little bit of both, the Selfridges calendar probably is going to do that for you, as opposed to some of the others are very much like skincare and body and hair focused. This does have a little bit of makeup. It's got NARS, it's got MAC, it's got a face halo in there, which is like my ultimate, if I can open it, favourite thing right now. Look, you get a little face halo. What else have we got? You get by Terry Balm de Rose. You get, I'm just throwing things everywhere now, NARS blush, mini NARS blush, nice. You get slip hairbands. I'm all about that. These are really expensive. These are like 40 quid for 6. So yeah, there we go. That's a £20 one there. You get, what's in this one? Thought it was empty then. I was like, that's disappointing. 111 Skin. You get, I'm pretty sure there's NARS in here. There's MAC Fix Plus. So many goodies. So, ooh, what is this? Molecule 1. So many goodies in here. So whilst it is still a little bit more expensive than the others and you don't get as much kind of value for your money in terms of like it's worth value, the actual products are really good, which I think is kind of the all-important thing really, because if you think about it, you don't want to get £1,000 worth of product you're never going to use. You want to actually use it. Although the others are good. That's why that's number 4. Okay, number 3 is, if I can get it, Next Beauty Advent Calendar, which looks a little bit like this. Well, it does look like this because it's this. It's kind of confusing this year, actually, because it's in partnership with Fabled by Marie Claire, but it is available at Next. And this one is my, I wanted to say budget, but it's really not that budget because it's £69, which, let's face it, I have not got to the level of Unrelatable yet where £69 for an advent calendar is budget. It's still expensive. £70 on an advent calendar. It's more about like what you're buying rather than the fact that it's an advent calendar, because let's face it, there's nothing wrong with the like £1 one from the supermarket with chocolate in it. We all want one of those too, right? But this is good in terms of what you get in here. So it's £69, but you get over £220 worth of product. So the bang for your buck is really good. The actual design and the quality of it is just as good as a lot of the high-end ones. It's like the same, basically. And the brands you get inside here are also amazing. There's Estee Lauder, there's Elemis, there's Dermalogica, there's Elemis, I've said that already. You get Rituals. I love Rituals, such an underrated brand. Pixie Glow Tonic. Yeah, I'm into that. You get, what is this one? Bare Minerals lipstick. There is, what is the Estee Lauder product? Revitalizing Supreme Plus cream. So I think in this one, what the difference is that the samples tend to be a little bit smaller. There's a few less like full size, so you get the Damage Remedy treatment, and it's this size as opposed to being like a larger sample, and like the lipstick is a mini lipstick, whereas in the big ones you get a lot of full size items. I think in some of them it's like around half of the items are full size. So really with this, oh, iconic. Multi-glow. So yeah, really with this one, it's the perfect in-between if you don't want to spend hundreds of pounds, but you want something really nice and luxurious. The next one is also available now and in stock. I forgot to say that about the Selfridges one. That one launches mid-October. The next one is one of the few that you can actually buy now, and it's not sold out yet. So in terms of a value option, if you don't want to spend hundreds, that is really, really good. And like I said, available now. There's also a men's version of the next one. So if you want to buy his and hers, if you want to save a bit of money in terms of buying yourself something, but actually buy two and get one for the other half, there is a men's version of that, and they like identical design but different colours, which look nice as well. They also have GHD Benefit and Aveda. I've said that. They have really good brands in there. I'm going to put links to all of these down below so that you can see exactly what is in each one, and also the cutaways. You're going to be able to see what's going on, but I'm not talking you through every single brand and every single product because we would be here quite literally all day. Next up, now the top spot this year was very, very highly contested because the number 2 slot is actually probably going to be the advent calendar that I'm going to be getting this year, because for me, I think the products in it and the design have won me over. However, it didn't end up being number 1 because the value for money for it was just absolutely trumped by the one that won. So in second place this year is the Space NK. I believe this is called their Beauty Anthology or something like that. And this really is one of the advent calendars that they've done something different. Finally, I feel like we're in a point with beauty advent calendars where people are just repeating themselves and it's getting really, really samey. Space NK have done this box this year, which is designed to look like 4 volumes of books, and I really love it. They also commissioned the poet Charlie Cox to do a series of poems for the back of the books. I'm going to show you like when you get into them, and each product has a little rhyme, which I think is really fun and really unique. I love the design, I love the colours, they're really bright, really fun, a different way of doing it. The pricing is similar to what you would expect, so like, I feel like all of the high-end ones this year are around £200. There's a few that have gone way over, like the Diptyque one's got really, really expensive. So this is £195, but it's worth over £500. It has actually sold out on its pre-sale. So they did a pre-sale section on, or pre-sale period of time on the Space NK site, which is now sold out. However, they're going to be getting more stock for when it actually launches so that you can actually buy it when it launches, and I don't have a specific launch date for this, but it is soon. In terms of brands, there's Augustinus Bader, there's Byredo, Diptyque, Drunk Elephant, Eve Lom, Living Proof, Paula's Choice, NARS, Charlotte Tilbury, Tan Luxe, Kevin Aucoin, Olaplex. I have to read them off my phone because I would not remember every single one. Basically, the products in here are amazing, and that for me is why this would be my personal number one choice this year. So this is what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, you get the poem on the back, and I'm not going to read out the poems, but they are really lovely and like all festive, and there's one on either side, so each kind of book, they're not actually separate. That's the one downside I would say, is that they're in twos, so when you open them, you actually have to be careful of like how you open them like that, as opposed to it being like 4 individual books. But this is what the inside of the design looks like. So pretty, and just very, I think it's just very different, and colour-wise for Christmas, it's not like traditional Christmas colours, but it's really nice. River actually got wind of this when this came into my office this week, and has been playing building blocks with the inside. And so yeah, after you've used it, great child's toy. But yeah, it does have the removable boxes, which to be fair are a bit of a pain. You have to put them back in. The M&S one, which actually, on a side note, because I always include that, they're not doing it this year. They're not doing the same one at M&S this year, hence it's not been included. It usually wins or comes second. But it is kind of annoying in that respect, and for one that is this expensive, it's kind of annoying. However, all of this packaging is recyclable, so the actual cardboard, you can see what I mean, it's tricky to get them out. The actual cardboard is all matte, so you can recycle it, which is great. And then, like I was saying about the poems on the back, they also have little rhymes for each individual product, which is a really sweet touch. So if you have a look, say number 3, a pre-party fix to detox the skin before the glamour of the party kicks in, and they are, is it the Eve Lom cleanser? Yeah, Eve Lom mini cleansers in the capsules. And then in number 2, there's a little rhyme. It says, the best gifts speak not in size but in applause, like the shrinking of pores. And there's a glycolic toner from Ren in there. So it's like a really cute little touch. You know, like, it's not essential, but it's cute, and I haven't seen anyone else do that. So I really like that this year. And like I said, I'm going to show you an insert of the products in there, but I mean, we're talking all of the best of Space NK, and a really good mix. Again, mostly, I would say it's mostly skincare, but it is a good mix. You get some makeup in there as well, and it's just so pretty. So, last, but definitely not least, the number 1 beauty advent calendar this year. I feel like this has come as no surprise if you've been following the kind of launches of beauty advent calendars and like seeing what everyone's doing. And it's the same winner as last year, because they nailed it last year as well. It's the first time they did one last year. It is, if you can remember what won last year, the Cult Beauty advent calendar. So Cult Beauty absolutely smashed it out of the park last year, and this year they've taken it even further. It's £199, but the value is insane. I'm just going to double check that I get it right. It's something like £850, not £980. £980 for £199. That is crazy. And this year they're also partnering up with Beauty Bank's charity as well to give £15 from the sale of each calendar to them. So there's a little charity element to it. Love that, absolutely love that. There's also 32 items in this. So they're doing the same thing as last year. Christmas Day, you get like, I mean, let's find it. Christmas Day, you don't, look at it. Wow, I'm going to drop it. Oh my God, that's not good. Okay, slid right off my lap, it's that big. Christmas Day, you get like a whole box of stuff. Summer Fridays, full-size mask. Huda Beauty, full-size palette. These are so beautiful. Huda Beauty eyeshadows are amazing. You get Patchology Little Energy dietary supplement strips. What the? Never seen those before. You get a Milk lip and cheek stick. That's a mini version. You get a full-size Nude Sticks Intense Matte lip and cheek, and you get a pretty decent sample size of the Larry King Social Life for your hair. I mean, it's just, there's so much stuff. I mean, there's Dr. Dennis Gross, there's Alginist, my fave, love Alginist. There is, what is this one? Living Proof Detox Shampoo. Yes, need that at Christmas. 111 Skin. There is Herbivore. I mean, the list of brands Joe loves. Just Divine. The design itself as well this year is gorgeous. I love the pink and orange. It's kind of my favourite colour combo, so I feel like I'm biased with pink and orange. But in short, Cult Beauty have nailed it yet again. Now, this doesn't have a specific launch date, but it's got a waiting list. So if you want this, get on the waiting list. Last year it sold out completely in 2 hours. So what you have to do is join the waiting list, wait till you get an email, and then it's pot luck of whether or not you check your email and get on it like on that day, or whether you're busy, you're in a meeting or whatever. So yeah, I'm just going to read the brand list because it's crazy. Living Proof, Augustina's Beta, Votary, Joe Loves, Hourglass, Oskia, Too Faced, Charlotte Tilbury, Nude Stick, Summer Fridays, Natasha Denona, It Cosmetics, Drunk Elephant, Alginist, Allies of Skin, Herbivore, and that's just the list of my favourites that I picked out. So yeah, the waiting list is open now. I'll pop a link to that on the Cult Beauty website. I feel like Cult Beauty the last couple of years have just, like, seriously, they just sell everything that I want. But yeah, so well done again, Cult Beauty, you smashed it. This actually isn't my sample to keep and is going back in a delivery to them because I think they have 5 samples for press globally. So I managed to get it for a day to film this video, but I want to keep it. And I nearly dropped it all on the floor. Come on. But yeah, that is it for my best beauty advent calendars 2020. Let's face it, 2020's been a rubbish year. So if you want to treat yourself and get a really nice advent calendar, these are my top picks this year. Also, make sure you head over to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be giving away one of these beauties, maybe 2, I don't know, I'm going to be giving some away. So make sure you head over to my Instagram after this and follow me. I'm not going to tell you when, but it's coming. And I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.